My name is Barbara McCaskill. I've been here at the University of Georgia since 1992. My very first teaching job right out of graduate school at Emory University was in upstate New York. What sent me packing was the weather. I realized that although I was not born in the South, I am a Southerner at heart. My dad was in the U.S. Army for 25 years, and for the first 14 years of my life, we moved every 2.5 years. And I think that really has helped me as a teacher because it really made me understand not to be judgmental about people who are different and to go into new situations with an open mind. My parents were very concerned that we had a very strong education. They were born and raised in the South during the period that we call Jim Crow, the period of racial segregation. They were ecstatic when integration occurred, but at the same time, my parents worried that by going to integrated schools, we would have fewer opportunities to learn about our own culture and our own history. So when we came home, we were expected to do our homework first thing, and after we finished our homework, we had a second round of homework. The title of this book is Great Negroes, Past and Present, and it comes from what my parents called the shelf of black books. Every night after we finished our regular homework, we were expected to pull a book like this from the shelf of black books and read a chapter. So at a very early age, I knew about people like Frederick Douglass and Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman. And I always was interested in civil rights movement literature and culture because of that. After serving many years at the University of Georgia, I was approached by several of the librarians. They took me down to one of the sub-basements. They opened a door, and all I saw were row upon row of these old movie reels. These reels represented 5 million miles of news film taken during the height of the civil rights movement by 2 television stations in Georgia. They wanted my students and I to help them organize this footage, digitize the footage, and make it available online so that people from all over the world could see the civil rights movement unfolding. That became what we now call the Civil Rights Digital Library. Out of the news film project, we started an oral history project. We went to various places in the state interviewing activists, sometimes hunting them down after many years of obscurity. And as a consequence of the visibility of the project, we were approached by Andrew Young to do a documentary with him about the civil rights movement in Georgia, the topic that we've been studying. That film became a 2-hour documentary called How We Got Over, and it won an Emmy. I never thought I would win an Emmy. So I really have enjoyed this project because it's opened so many doors. One of the mantras that I grew up with was try again. If you don't succeed the first time, try again. I think that's part of the learning process. One of the goals that I have in my teaching and in my life is to help people get to where they want to be.